Hi, this is Brett from SRmoto, and I wanted to do a project bike update video for one of the project bikes we have here in the shop. If you don't know anything about SRmoto, we deal mostly with supermotos and dual sports. If you watch any of the other videos on our channel, it's mostly supermoto and dual sport bikes, and that's kind of what we specialize in. But we do have a couple other bikes here at the shop that we do sell parts for. We've got bikes here that we've modified and we do ride. So I wanted to do one of those videos and do an update on this particular bike. What this is, it's a 2019 Kawasaki Z900RS Cafe. Had this bike for about a year now. Don't have a ton of miles on it, but it's a great bike. Really fun to ride, beautiful design. I mean, Kawasaki just did a great job with the look of the bike. To me, it's one of the best looking bikes on the market, and that's part of the reason we bought one. I just, as soon as I saw it, I really liked the look of it, the color of it, and the styling. So we picked one up, and we've slowly been doing a few things to it. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over here. Real quick, just let me mention our website. Our online store is at soloracer.com. If you go there, you'll find some of the parts that I talk about in this video. We do sell a few parts for this bike, specifically parts that we've installed and that we think work well on the bike. I'll also put links in the video description down below. I'll link over to the online store as well as to the project bike page on our website where you can get all the details on this bike and some more photos of it and stuff like that. So let me start off. Again, it's a 2019 Z900RS Cafe. All the parts that I talk about will fit the Cafe model as well as the Z900RS model. Let me start with the engine and performance modifications that we did to it. First off, the exhaust. We did an Akrapovic titanium muffler, which I really like the look of on this bike. I like the black. The stock, muffler on these bikes is one of the nicest looking mufflers I think on the market, but I kind of like the look of this one as well, and I think it's got the potential to sound a little bit better. It is made out of titanium, so it's a little bit lighter than the stock muffler, although not much. And then we've also done a Akrapovic header on it, which is got a couple benefits. First of all, it drops a lot of weight. This is what came off the bike. That's the stock header and cat. So it basically replaced all of that. And you drop about 14 pounds just by doing that swap. So it makes a big difference in weight. It does away with the cat. Obviously it makes the bike sound a lot better in my opinion. I really like the way the stock bike sounded, especially at lower RPMs, but at speed, the wind noise kind of drowns out the exhaust and you don't hear it anymore. I don't like a really loud exhaust, but I want something that I can actually hear at speed. And I think this is going to do the trick. Unfortunately, it's winter here now, and I haven't had a chance to get out and ride with it yet. But from what I've heard, I think it's going to do the trick. But I really do like that weight savings. 14 pounds is quite a bit. Looks really good. Fit and finish is pretty good on it. And from what I've heard, these will also work with the stock muffler. If you wanted to retain the stock muffler, you can do that and basically do away with the cat and everything. We'll try that here at some point. I'm probably going to mount up the stock muffler and see what it sounds like. We'll also do a sound clip of this here at some point on the channel. So that's the exhaust. As far as tuning it, you definitely have to tune it when you do this. So we've done a Rapid Bike Evo tuner with the Akrapovic map that they have. I guess Akrapovic and Rapid Bike have kind of teamed up, and they do a map specifically for this bike and for this exhaust. So we've done that. We did a Sprint air filter, Brock's Performance, Velocity Stat kit, and Brock's Performance block off plates. So that's what we've done performance-wise. I think it's really going to wake the bike up, probably make it run quite a bit better, sound a lot better, obviously. So that's performance and engine mods we've done. As far as lighting goes, you know, these bikes, surprisingly in the US, do not come with LED turn signals. They come with a really nice LED headlight, but no LED turn signals. So got rid of the stock front turn signals, and we've put together a little kit that gives you everything you need to replace those with LED turn signals. And that's going to include the turn signals, the OEM connector plugs, and then the mounting plates to mount them to the stock turn signal location. And I did the orange. You can also get them in smoke. I like the orange because that's what the older Kawasaki's had, those big orange turn signals on them. So that's why I did the orange. So that's what we did in the front. I think it looks a lot better than those kind of ugly looking stock turn signals. And then in the rear, we did a NRC fender eliminator kit, New Rage Cycles, which retains the stock tail light and gives you a mounting point for the license plate, and then it also has turn signals. Really cleans up the back end of the bike. You can get this in two different styles. You can get it in a standard license plate mount style, which is what we've got. So it puts the license plate kind of in the traditional spot, hanging down just below the taillight. And then there's a tucked version of it where your license plate will be mounted up under there, so it's kind of hidden a little bit more. I like the look of these because I think it looks, something looks missing if there's nothing hanging down, at least something small hanging down from the back of the bike. So that's why I did it this way on this bike. And I like the LED turn signals. They're real bright. So that's the NRC fender eliminator kit. So that's it as far as the lighting goes. Let's see, what else? Grips. Replace the stock grips with these Domino XM2 grips in the black and green. And you can get them in a couple different colors. I did the green, obviously, on this bike to match the green paint. One of our favorite grips for street riding. We use them on a lot of our street bikes. Real comfortable and real quality Italian grip. So that's the Domino XM2s. We also did a Tamer throttle tube from G2. It's an aluminum throttle tube. Replaces the stock plastic throttle tube, and it's a Tamer style, so it gives you a little bit better throttle control. During that first half of the throttle rotation, I use them on not only all of our street bikes, but we put them on our off-road bikes as well. SRmoto bar end sliders with the built-in mirror mounts, and then CRG lane splitter mirrors, which is what we run these on a lot of bikes. I think it looks, I like the stock mirrors on the bike, but this to me looks a lot better. It makes the bike look lower in the front when you get rid of those stock mirrors. So that's what we did, and I think it looks really good. And then since we got rid of the stock mirrors, I did these Zeta Racing mirror hole plugs in gold. Just thread right into the stock mirror, threaded holes on the brake and clutch perch. And that's about it for that type of stuff. As far as protection goes, in the front, Puj front axle sliders. And then in the rear, Driven Racing axle blocks with built-in sliders. So it's a combination axle block with a slider built in. Evotech radiator guard. One other thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about some of this stuff. we did replace the levers, Evotech lever set in black. These are a folding lever, so they'll fold up if you drop the bike, hopefully prevent them from breaking. And then they are adjustable for reach with that little lever. They've got like 6 different positions, so you can move the lever in and out and kind of adjust it to your liking. So that's the Evotech lever set. Some other miscellaneous stuff. Chain. Got rid of the stock chain, and we use these on a lot of our street bikes. It's an EK ZVX3 chain. We have these available in either this black and gold, which I really like the look of it. I think it looks really sharp. Or you can get it in all gold as well. Real high quality chain. And looks really good too. Kawasaki OEM passenger grab rail. I like I think this really gives the bike kind of that older styling. I'm not going to be taking many passengers on this bike, but I just kind of like the look of it. So I got that directly from Kawasaki. Zeta Racing brake reservoir covers in gold for the front. Replaces that stock plastic cap, and then also the rear in gold. And then the Zeta Racing oil filler cap in gold. Now these Zeta Racing parts are real hard to get. These are from Japan. We try to get these. We've got them on the website, or we'll have them on the website. They will probably be out of stock a lot, but check back, and we get shipments of those occasionally. They're just kind of real hard to get. What else? Tires. We got rid of the stock tires and put on what we use on all of our street bikes for the most part. Dunlop Q3 Pluses, which is a real sticky sport bike tire. We did a 180 55 17 rear, which I believe is the stock size, and a 120 70 17 front. Now this bike is infamously difficult to put air in the tires with the stock valve stems. There's just not a lot of room. So we installed these Graves Motorsports 90-degree angled valve stems, front and rear. Makes it a lot easier to put air in the tires. Check the air. A lot easier to get a tire pressure gauge on there. So that's it as far as tires go. I think that's about it. We've got a couple other things we're going to do. We're going to replace the foot pegs here at some point. And I'd like to find a smoked windshield to replace the clear. Haven't been able to find one yet, but that is on the list because I think that would look a little bit better. So that's about it. Again, this is our 2019 Kawasaki Z900RS Cafe. And again, all the parts that I talked about, they'll fit either the Cafe model or the standard Z900RS. So again, I'll put links in the video description down below to the Project Bike page as well as our online store. So check that out if you get a chance. And also our email address is on the website. If you have any questions about the bike, shoot us an email. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And at some point here, I'll put up a sound clip for the exhaust once I can get this thing out there and ride it a little bit. I think it's going to sound really good with that Krapovich exhaust. Again, it's Brett from SRmoto and our Kawasaki Z900RS Cafe Project Bike. Thanks for watching.